Alright, so this is my new YouTube video. I'm basically going to be answering some of your questions that you put on my Tumblr recently, and I am also going to talk about some random crap about my band. So the first question is, do you like thongs? No, they are really, really uncomfortable. I just don't wear things that I find uncomfortable. It's like heels. I do have some heels that I actually like wearing and they don't hurt, but the majority of heels I just find them really uncomfortable, so I just don't wear them. So no, I don't like thongs. What's your favourite band to watch live? My Chemical Romance. I went with an old friend and I absolutely loved them. At the time I was open-minded because I hadn't really heard any of their music. The only song I'd heard from them was I'm Not Okay, so I didn't really know what to expect, but I went there. This was on their Danger Days tour and we went to see them, I think it was twice we went to see them, but I absolutely loved them and I thought they were fantastic live. It made me want to basically listen to their music, so that to me is a good band live. My second favourite band would have to be Slipknot. I went to see them ages and ages and ages ago. I think it was my first ever download, so this was probably when I was about 16 or 17, something around that. And I hadn't heard any of their music. All I knew was that they were scary looking guys with masks, and I just thought they were amazing and I love their music now. So yeah, there we go, My Chemical Romance and Slipknot. It's a tough call between the two. Do you think you would ever start your own clothing line since you do illustration? I have thought about it, but obviously I am quite busy with my university work and with the band, and I don't really have much time to consider a clothing line right now, but I have thought about it, like I said. And also another factor that's kind of postponing me from doing it is that I don't think a lot of people would actually buy the t-shirts or whatever that I put my illustrations on. It's just a case of, would you guys want me to do something like that? And if you do want me to do a clothing line with my illustrations, then I will definitely think about it. Who's the best person you've seen in the crowd when you've been on stage? It's not a difficult question to answer. I'd have to say seeing my girlfriend in the crowd watching me is a really nice feeling. In terms of somebody that I don't know that's in the crowd, the majority of the time I have lights in my face and I can't really see you guys anyway. And to be honest, when I'm on stage, yes, I look at the crowd when I'm talking and everything, but the majority of the time it is literally just glances and I don't really zone in on just one person. I don't really know. In terms of somebody that I don't know, I don't really have an answer, but overall I'd have to say my girlfriend. Have you ever thought of becoming a gynecologist? When I read this message, I was like, what the fuck is a gynecologist? And I had to Google what it was and I felt really stupid. But Yahoo answered all of it for me. A gynecologist basically is a person who specialises in the treatment of the female reproductive system, such as ovaries, uterus and fallopian tubes. Gynecologists can perform surgeries to diagnose or treat conditions such as endometriosis, fibroids, ovarian cyst, ovarian cancer, and perform hysterectomies. They use such complicated words. In simple terms, gynecology plainly means the science of women. So basically what this unknown person is asking me is, do I want to be a scientist of women? Hell yeah, I'm only kidding. I've never really thought in my head that I want to be a gynecologist, purely because I didn't even know what it was and I didn't really know that you could specialise just on vaginas. It's not something that I am interested in doing. I want to be an artist or a musician or both. And to be honest, I think I'd be bored if I just kept looking at vaginas for the whole day. I'm sorry, I don't want to be a gynecologist. I can't even fucking say it. So the next question is, the saying goes it's neither here nor there, but it's got to be damn somewhere. Thoughts? I've literally thought so hard about this and I had to research a little bit into it's neither here nor there. I've never really heard that saying in context. I understand kind of what it means, but I wanted to get more of a meaning of what it was. And a lot of people said that it was something that isn't of importance. And my thoughts are basically what you've already written in the sentence, it's got to be down somewhere. I think that is my thoughts on it exactly. I kind of think that saying is bullshit because there is going to be something that you have that's important to you, and some people might not think that it's important to them at all. It's just a matter of finding that somewhere or something, and that saying is a bit shit. So that's my thoughts. Will you be uploading any more acoustics before your EP comes out? We've not really thought or talked about this a hell of a lot. If it's something that you guys want, you want some more acoustics, then we'd be happy to do some more. Do you prefer us doing an acoustic of one of our other songs on our EP, or would you prefer a cover? Let me know on my Tumblr, which is charlottelineE93.tumblr.com, and I will discuss it with Tom and we'll get on it. Is it possible to fall in love with someone you've never met? In my eyes, no. When I read this, it is a little bit confusing, because how could you possibly fall in love with somebody if you've never met them? If you mean as in the sense that you've never spoken to them, or you've just looked at them from a distance, then I definitely think you can't be in love with them. In that sense, it would be more of a longing and more of a lust kind of thing compared to being in love with them. I think you can be in love with somebody and be friends with them. I think personally there are different forms of love, where you're in love with somebody that you know and you've been friends with for years and you know you're in love with them. There's the love that you have in a relationship where you feel so uncontrollable, you feel so in love. And then there's a love where you're married and have kids. That's where it's, you're comfortable with each other and you are in love with each other and you don't want to separate. You're comfortable in the relationship or the marriage. Yeah, I just don't think it's possible to be in love with somebody you've never met. In my opinion, I think it would probably just be longing and lust. Next question. So I'm in love with someone who lives far away and I don't think I'm ready for a long distance relationship, but just being friends doesn't feel right at all. Thoughts? Well, I am currently in a long distance relationship with Jen. It takes us 2 hours to see each other, so I have to get 2 trains if I'm going to go up to Hull. And I definitely think that long distance relationships can work. It's a matter of, both of you putting the effort in to see one another. But when people say that long distance relationships don't work, then you're not trying hard enough, basically, is what I think. I think long distance relationships, when it's 2 people in different countries, is really, really difficult. I don't think personally that could happen. I know people that have tried to do it and it just hasn't worked, because, say they are away from each other for a year and they're in different countries, or, they're permanently away from each other. It's pretty difficult. So in your situation, try and meet up with them as much as possible. So whenever you have a free day, arrange to meet up together. And I would basically try and be friends with them for at least, 2 months. And if it is working in those 2 months, that you are seeing each other and you are making an effort to see one another, then maybe start dating. And if that works out and you feel comfortable being more than just friends, then progress it into a proper relationship and see how it goes. Because there are trains, there are coaches, there are buses, and it can be possible to be in a relationship with somebody. If you both put the effort in and you both have feelings for each other, then I honestly don't see how it couldn't work out. So the next question, and the last question, is going to any gigs soon? At the moment, I haven't really got anything planned in terms of going to any gigs. I have seen that Tonight Alive are playing Birmingham at some point, and I have looked into it for me and Jen to go. I'm also considering going to the Saturday date of Download, just for the day, as I really like the line-up. I think a few of my friends are going. So yeah, I might be going to Download on the Saturday. If you're going to Download for the weekend or just for that day, then please message me. So that was the last question. I am going to be doing another cover in the next few days, so if you have any suggestions in what I should cover, then please send me a message on Tumblr, charlottelineE93.tumblr.com, or you can send me a message on Twitter, which is charlotte_E93, and I will get back to you and hopefully do one of your song suggestions. If not, I will probably end up just doing one of my own. Sorry. I'm just going to say as well that my band Kaizen, you should go and check us out on Facebook, www.facebook.com/KaizenMusicOfficial, are going to be releasing our EP on the 18th of April. So I'm hoping that you guys will please go onto our Facebook on the 18th of April and check the EP out. It will be available on pretty much everything, and it will be downloadable free, and you can get it from our gigs for free on CD. Thanks for watching, and send me some more messages.